Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Rebellion. This is going to be our first time on YouTube, so hopefully it's working good and the audio is working really good for you guys over there. If the mic is too loud, just let me know. So, some little things that we did yesterday because we had that 24-hour delay for YouTube, so we weren't able to go live on YouTube. We had our full stream on Twitch. We did a little bit of GAC. Oh, I checked the store, so it's going to refresh. But we did a little bit of GAC, and we ended up winning because of a no-show, unfortunately. But hey, a win's a win. I'll take it. So now we're just waiting until tomorrow when we could get back into that. But I will not be streaming on Sunday because of Mother's Day. We had a 640 to 0. A little bit of an issue with Trey in the back here. But hey, we'll take it. A win's a win. Yeah. So that wraps up that GAC. Um, Also yesterday we took our Leia up to relic level 9. It's one I'm really proud of still. Still got some work to do on her mods. She's at a 550 speed. Or 520. We gotta get her up to 550. That's my goal. Right around there. So a little bit of work to do on her still. And thank you for the follow, Aoi Hero, over on Twitch. Yeah. So as far as other things I wanted to touch up today, it's gonna be kind of a quick stream. I just mainly wanted to get in because the issue yesterday with YouTube and getting and only doing it on Twitch. The big thing I wanted to cover was thank you Night Fox over on Twitch. The big thing that I wanted to cover was what I wanted to do with the channel. My big goal is to help out um, anybody that took a break from the game and came back, or is relatively new and just bought a ton of Lightspeed bundles. Let's admit it, we've all bought, unless you're free to play, you've at least bought one, whether it's the cut bundle or the, the original SLKR bundle. Everybody's bought probably at least one. So my goal is to help those people who are mid-game, just getting back into it, and have this huge Zeta crunch, have this huge crunch on Kairos, and don't really know where to go from there. Five accounts? Ooh, that's a lot, quite a bit. Well, hopefully we could help you through all of that. But as you can see from my roster, we definitely lack in a lot of places. Yes, I know this is an old Omicron that I put on. That one still kind of hurts a little bit. But, like, I have my gas sitting at gear 7. Malik sitting at gear 11. No Zetas on anybody. The mods are just trash that I have to level up. So it's all a little bit of work that I gotta do. And yes, I did get up to 24 in fleets. That is a huge help. Thanks to, I will admit, Nooch Too Good played a lot of, and gotta give a lot of credit to Fat Phil too. Fat Phil and Nooch Too Good definitely helped shape this account by, something they always recommend going for Java first, and then fixing your mods that way, and then going to ships and getting your, where is it? Executor. Those are the two things that definitely help get me into, the good rewards in Fleet Battle, thanks to Executor, which I don't have the crystals to take it right up to 7-star, or I would probably be higher. Plus, I'm still sharding the Punishing one. He is really close, but a little bit of work there. Yeah, those poor younglings, Knight. Yeah, so still a little bit of work to do. Working on my B wing, my Y wing for my Lord Vader farm. I'm waiting for Malgus. We're a couple months away from him. And then that'll let me go towards Leviathan, which even then for Leviathan we gotta get the Dorito, TIE Interceptors, so Leviathan is still a ways off for me. Yeah, exactly, Owie. And this is what I'm hoping that I could show everybody out here is that 11 or 12 million accounts with nothing in ships is crazy. Because me, I'm gonna be straight up honest, I do not like ships. Do not like it. But, and that's why I dragged on getting the Executor. But now that I know that this is where I have to be in order to further my account, I know that Executor needs to go up. I know that I have to get Profundity. I know that Leviathan has to be down the road for me, which I should probably start sharding up these ships, but right now I am sinking everything I have into the new Bad Batch for the raid coming up, because that's the important one. So Bad Batch is not far, like, Omega is probably a week or so away, Hunter hopefully a couple days away, and Batcher will be a little bit, but the only thing I have to farm and ship right now is Punishing One and Batcher. So that is where all that energy is going, and those couple refreshes are on these two nodes. Everything else is 7-star, and after that I could just go to gear, which will be fantastic when I could. Speaking of energy, let's use this a little bit up. So I did stop all of my farms a couple days, a little bit ago. If you talk to me on Discord at all, as I shared, I had Leia coming, and I had Darth Bane right on the horizon. So everything was halted, so I could get these two up. These two are account changing, and it's Leia already in the day that I've had her has jumped me up from 300 to 103 in Squad Arena. She is going to primarily be until I get Balin's Skull or uh, Mommy Mando. She is going to be my Kenobi counter. So as much as I would love to toss her on defense, her place for me right now is on offense. Get me some more shards. So mainly what the point of coming on today was, as I stated, I had that issue with YouTube where I couldn't stream it yesterday, so that was my quick recap of what we did, and I wanted to just hang out if anybody had anything they wanted to ask. Being a brand new streamer, I know I have a lot of stuff that I have to set up, like my attic right now. It's hot, hot up here, um, and as you can see back here, I have a green screen. It's going to be going up, so that will look a lot better here shortly. I'm working on a lot of the Streamlabs, trying to figure out the best way to make everything look, so it's all a work in progress. But it is definitely, yes. So I am eventually going to be getting my Rebel hideout behind me. I have a couple pictures saved already for it. So that is going to look really cool once we get that up here behind me. We will definitely be in a Rebel base. I mean, it's only fitting, right? I really want to find somebody that could like program actual people behind me, like working. Yes, it is pretty warm up here. I have the portable AC going. It's a 1200 BTU, so it does get cool up here quick. So hopefully that kicks in here shortly. And YouTube, definitely let me know if the microphone is too loud or the audio is too loud. I could alter that all around. Okay, that's perfect then. Yeah, it's an attic and it's not finished yet. We're working on finishing it, and this is going to be our game room. Um, I wish I could actually pick the camera up and show you guys more, but we have our two TVs set up, and we have all of our PlayStations and Xboxes and everything all ready to go. A bit higher for background music. All right, how's that? And Guild, we get about 33 stars on average, and we are working towards Zepho. Um, is that too loud now, or is that good? How's that? Better? Okay, cool. So, Now I feel like I'm yelling. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to. Uh, so my guild right now, we get about 300 or 33 stars. We are working towards Zepho, which is why I had to bump up Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Hey there, Astro DB. Glad you could make this stream. And alright, cool. I'm glad the music works out perfectly. But Jedi Cal is something that my guild is really looking for. So Jedi Cal is probably going to be relicked right after Bane because Bane has to come first. I'm going to be putting my Zetas on Captain Drogon. He needs his to make Leia really flow. And then after Drogon gets all set, I'm going to be tossing my Zetas onto Adrad and Jyn Erso so I could have my good Leia Organa fleet that I'm going to be using in Arena, and probably that's going to carry me throughout the game moving forward. So getting these Zetas on these guys are really, really important for me. And then I already have all the Zetas that I need for Bane, so after Bane will become my Jedi Knight Cal Kestis build. And Mandalore we don't have yet either. Where my account is, I'm trying to figure out if I want to go for Lord Vader first or go for Mommy Mando. I'm torn between those two because I know Mommy Mando would be really good for my guild, but it's Lord Vader and I would really like to do good in the next raid. Not that he's for it, but having him would be pretty big for my clones. Yeah, I see that a lot too, is where they want that specific character, and if not, they leave. So this was my way of giving back to my guild. I switched guilds a couple times trying to find a good ROTE guild because that's what's important to me. It's my favorite part of the game. I'm not a huge fan of territory wars. Like I have the Poggle Omicron, but I don't have Droidicas. So I really enjoy the raids and ROTE. Those are my two big things that I strive for. So giving back to my guild in any way that I can, while also furthering my account, is just what I need to do. By the way, I'm from Yavin 4, so anybody in Yavin 4, big ups to you guys. You guys are awesome. And let's knock all this stuff out. Ooh, they got through our wall. Where is my Jabba is still in the game. There he is, complete with the good old Embocron. And yeah, those raids are super important. And between raids and ROTE, I feel, especially where I am, I know a lot of endgame players like to look for territory wards because they they have everything farmed, so they need the droid brains, and that is one of the better areas for that. So going to a more territory war focused guild makes sense for them. Where I am, I definitely need the route. I definitely need the territory battles. So because I'm still getting I'm getting my gas shards still through here. I'm getting all these important things that I need still. So switching over does just these these rewards are more important to me where I am, and I feel like a lot of you are too. Exactly, Knight. Exactly. Those are definitely the two things you need. Droid brains are good, but if I can't move forward, the droid brains aren't gonna help me too much. Let's see if we could take any teams out here. I know what we're trying to get through right now is a lot of Great Mothers and a lot of Riva. And I did take out one with my Phoenix squad, so I did do a little bit there. Hmm. I'm torn on whether to try Leia. Leia and Slacker are the two that I have available here for GLs. I know CLS doesn't do great. But the only thing I could possibly think to do here would be Leia. I just don't know if I want to waste her here. Oh yeah, definitely. Phoenix is one of those underrated teams that I really love. And I always tell everybody that, like, all over Discord, that they dog the Phoenix. And it's like, they are really good. They get a lot of holds for me in GAC. And sometimes I'll stick them into the back wall of, like, a territory wars. But I've stopped that recently with Riva. And now that we're actually competing with more Rivas, I like to save my Phoenix squad. Like, as you could see, Canon Jarrus is not anything special. He's Relic 3. He's just a light speed bundle character. Same with Sabine Wren. I put some mods on him. They're not even good mods. Her speed is 210. She's not the greatest thing. And I'm able to take this team, and I could still take out a Relic 8, Relic 7 Riva with just this team. And Captain Rex is definitely a must-need for this team to work. He is my most invested of them, which I have some mods that I have to replace on him. I don't like this mod. I'm not a huge fan of this mod. There's no speed. Again, this was before I learned how to mod, so I just kind of slapped a mod on him and ran with it. So this his mods needs to be worked on, but I can only work on so much at one time, so Leia's taking precedent, and then Bane. So his mods will get looked at eventually, but he definitely does the job. So I'm not too worried about him. Alright, we're gonna try it. Okay, that did not work out. That was... Alright, so that one did not work. That's the end of Territory Wars right now. We will see if my guild could kind of help along with that one. That one was rough. I think that was the first time that I lost with my Leia, though. Yes, exactly. And now we know that Leia against Riva does not work in territory, but maybe in territory battles, but I'm not going to be the one to try that. That's what this is all for, right? It's all about science. And that too. Better modded opponents. My mod score sits about 2.51 as the high point. Where I started back when I got my roster review in December from Nooch, and he pulled my mod score, it was at 0.9. So it has come a long way, even though my mods, you know, they suck, for lack of a better term. But it's something that we are growing. We got Jabba now, he's doing a lot of work. I got the Poncho Bros that I'm working on. They're gonna put in some work. I got Padawan Obi-Wan at 6 and Qui-Gon Jinn at 5. So I will soon be opening up their Relic 7s, which is pretty important today. A Gratz Noble on that win and going into Kyber 1. That is really cool. Hopefully you could get that win tomorrow. Kyber 1, it's pretty tough. That's when it gets real. Exactly, Unite. So I've been learning a lot through this game about hits and misses, and that's what I'm hoping to drive forward, is these smart investments that will pay off and be a really good ROI. And aiming to score 2060s or high. Yeah, it's pretty tough to get into Kyber 1. Kyber 2 gets pretty competitive too. I know that there is a lot of scouting and everything that goes when you're in the upper Kyber 2. So getting into Kyber 1 is pretty big. Hello there, teacher man. How are you doing? Oof. So, I guess the big thing would be where you sit on your roster as far as Malgus or Quadme. If you have your Poncho Brothers built up, then you definitely want to have quad mate to go with them, so that way you could have the queen and her men. That's a big team. They could do a lot of good things across many aspects of the game. Um, so that would be pretty big to have. Elgis, he's huge too, but I guess for me, if you're looking at building up Quadmate or Malgus, you really want to look at how your Poncho brothers are. My DM. Okay, yeah. So where you're sitting at with the Poncho brothers, one, when they go double shard farmable, hit them hard. Those two, the return on investments are huge. I cannot stress, get them up to Relic 7 ASAP. Those two, I mean, I know mine are still being built, and I've had to go away from them because of Bane and Leia, but though, right as soon as those two are done, those like Poncho Bros are going right up to Relic 7 and hopefully to Relic 9 shortly after, because their ROI from Relic 7 and 9 are huge and will feed your roster. So it is very important to get them. Hey Caleb, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. So with them being built, whenever they get double drop, if you have Malgus right now, definitely start farming up gearing up Malgus and then taking him to relics. He is important for his fleet, and I don't know how far you are from Leviathan, but getting a working ship for Malgus is really good for Leviathan, so I would work on that too. And then once you get Poncho Bros, immediately get them. Okay, yeah, so you already have her, which is big. And then the bundle, that was a while ago. And then 6 months from Levy. Okay, so you got time that you could do all this stuff. With having Queen Amidala for so long, and her already being unlocked and everything, I would probably move to Queen Amidala first in that case, because she's there, and get her and her team working. And then bring up Malgus over those 6 months when Leviathan is ready to go. Yeah, yeah. But that's the key, is using those resources and Zetas in a good way. And even though they're Bane food, they could be used in other ways to help counter other things. I definitely wouldn't toss them against Bane, because Bane would just destroy them. But Bane destroys everything. What doesn't he destroy? There's that. For the most part, Bane destroys everything put in his path. I haven't had much luck with him at gear 12, but once you get him up, he destroys a lot. By the way, day number 2 of asking Pepsi to sponsor the stream. Darkside Ray, I'm a little bit of ways away from. She is about 25 shards away. So I'm hoping very, very shortly I could get her shards through the shop. And that's going to be my main priority through the shop. And then I plan on using her because I have Slacker ready to go. And he's. Hey there, Pablo. And yes, I'm a Pepsi fan. You will see it a lot on my stream. Also, big shout out to Razer. I love my Razer brand. They have my headset, my mouse, and my keyboard. But I have my Slacker ready to go, so once I get Darkside Ray, she's going to be important, and then she will help elevate this team. And also, if you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe. That's going to help me grow. Getting those likes out will be huge, and hopefully will push us in our right direction moving forward. You see, too sweet. I find that Coke is honestly the sweeter of the two. I could just be weird. Could be, my two kids that ruined my taste buds for me. Who knows? Yes, Gothray is a big upgrade for SLKR. She will elevate him to a whole new level in the game. Or as I call her BDSM Ray. Everything boils down to Kairos and signal data. The two biggest crutches and Zetas. The three biggest crutches for me are those three. Thanks, Mel. At least somebody agrees with me. I think that it's just a flavor thing to me, and I think that Coke is too. I find that to be way more sweeter, and I'm a Pepsi gal too. I would love to be sponsored by him. I drink enough of it that that would go over big for me, but I'm not even monetized yet, so that's way down the road for me. Oof. That's, yeah, depending on the letters. Yes. I can't wait to have her. So, as I'm sure a lot of you know by my graphic, my logo, Leia is one of my favorite characters of all time. I grew up idolizing her, so she is a big reason to why she is outside of Cup, my first Relic 9 on my account. Ray is probably my favorite, one of my top 5 favorite characters. I know a lot of people hate the sequels, but I love her for what she does for kids. And being a Jedi, she's a good role model out there. And that spoke to me. Yeah, again, I'm female. It's a whole different outlook from what a lot of people think, but that's why I love her. She's one of, again, one of my favorites. So when I saw Darkside Ray in the movie, I thought it was so cool, and I really love that they included that little bit of a Sith dark side outlook to her. So when they released her in game, I was like, I want that character. I need that character. And being this close to her without having the having to do proving grounds for her is baffling to me, because I've had to do proving grounds for all of my characters. Darth Bane was through proving grounds. Maul, I was working on through proving grounds. But I did buy his bundle, so he is not a proving ground character for me anymore, but every character outside of a bundle I have been building up through Proving Grounds. I just unlocked Trench. I just unlocked Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. All these people were grinds that I've had to work on, and I'm close to Queen Amidala. I'm close to Malgus. Close to Boba Fett. Ezra I'm a ways away on, and same with Luthen. But that's because I wasn't, when Luthen was out, I wasn't in the hard mode, so getting his shards was very, very difficult to me. And yeah, it definitely is funny now that, this is where I am right now, and this is what I need, but I'm so far away from them. It's like, man, if I had just worked a little harder and got to that sooner, that would have been game changing. Oh my god, if we got Maz with the pirates, that would be really cool. I would love to see that happen. I also really want to see a Boba Fett come into the game too. I have outside of like a resistance, I have no idea where he would fit in. 5-star Oppo. So for my clones, I have not Krennic. I have Oppo at 4-star, CX is at 6, and this guy's Clone Trooper sitting at 4-star too. For Nightfall, I have only 3-star tiered 1. Tier 2, I can't do with anything outside of CX, so that's going to take me a minute to get to, because I got to get those shards for Appo and the Clone Trooper through Tier 1 to build them up to use them there. So that's going to take a little bit of time. And then Third Sister, my guild is working on, we get about 20 shards a month, so that's going to be about a year for her. That'll be big if once Oppo goes free to play and I can actually farm him. That'll be big for that team. As far as the road ahead, what I'm looking at is I have Tier 1 done, Tier 2, Tier 3 is all done. So I'm working on, I have Afra available. I just don't have all the Zetas on the team, and I don't have the right mods for it, and I know that's going to be purely RNG based, which is why I've held off on going for Afra. Jar Jar, I have Boss Nest at Relic 1. Tarples, Relic 1. And then Boomadir and Phalanx are sitting at Gear 12. So I'm pretty close to Jar Jar too. Balin, I'm a ways away on. Same with Mommy Mandalore. GLs, I need Vader. Just the main 4. These are the tough ones. And Vader, I will be farming after they're farmable probably, because Padme, she's sitting at Relic 8 for me, or Relic 3 for me. She's got to go up. Echo is sitting at Gear 11. Count Dooku is Gear 7, or Relic 7. Zama's sitting at Relic 5. This I need to get up a ways. That's going to take a while to farm. Moff is sitting at Relic 5. Arc Trooper is at Gear 11. So for the 2 Clone Troopers, it's going to take me a minute to get them up. And then Relic's so high. And a lot of my early Relics for Lord Vader is done. So it's a lot of Relic 8s and Relic 7s. So that's going to take a lot of time for me to invest here. And yes, Bob, I've been watching some other streamers try the Afro event, and just watching them struggle with Afra is a pain. I will be doing it soon because I do want to get Afra for my roster. Because I would love to have her to toss at Jabba. I'll probably honestly try to do that one live and see if I could get the RNG to work in my favor. But I kind of want to put some of these other Zetas on these guys before I try it. And again, the Zeta crunch going right now towards Leia, and then I gotta put Qui-Gons on them and put the Zetas in other areas. It pushes Afra back a little bit. So that's a bit of a challenge there. Yes, we do need a little bit of hey in there. Caleb, I really hope so. I'm hoping I get the streamer's luck for the Afro event, and I would really love to get it for mods because I could use some more speed. I could use those really good rolls, and seeing all the other streamers get them, I was like, if nothing comes from the channel, I just want that luck for my mods. That's it. If I could get that streamer luck there, it's well worth it. Something I could do? Yes, vote for Babu. Definitely vote for Babu. Let the let the devs know. Maybe go in the forums and say, hey, we'd like a Babu freak. Where is he? Yeah. Thanks, sir. It is very very authentic. We will be putting up some drywall over it eventually, but for now, while we run electric and while we do some other work in here, this is what we're working with. Until I get my green screen up, and then we'll be in a rebel base. My house was built in the early 1900s, so a lot of it is really good lumber. Exactly, Knight. Definitely let Meathead know. I have never talked to him personally, but maybe we could put it in somebody's ear. Maybe Egnards could get a hold of him and say, hey, we want Babu Freak. Make it happen. I honestly wish that I had more mod materials so I could see how that would work. Let's see what we could do for you. Alright, we're gonna try it. Oh, what do we got for speed? There it is. Yes, yes. During brunch, we'll put it into his ear. My issue with those mods is they're They're trash. And I've been filtering everything out, so trying to get rid of all this trash. It's just trash. Again, this was all before, like, a lot of these mods were before I knew how to mod. So it was all a learning curve, and I put a lot of resources into stuff that I shouldn't have, unfortunately. And my mods are really paying for that. Would that be something I know there are mod guides out there, but if I put one together, would that be something that you guys are interested in? Again, I know there are many, many out there, but one that I could direct on my channel to be like, hey, go check out my mod guide. My mod score is up at 2.51. Again, I know that is super low. Thanks, Teach. Thanks, yes. I know I have to fix my mods. Again, back when Nooch first did it a couple months ago, I was at a 0.9. A 0.9. So for me to take it from a 0.9, get Jabba, get the Poncho Bros, and now I dragged it up to a 2.5, it is really low, but it has been a lot of hard work and grinding for it. Okay, yeah. So it's just a thought that I've thought about doing. Um, yeah, so right there, teacher, and that's a good point. Maybe bringing up a mod video, seeing as I did a lot of, like, I did work before I knew what I was doing, and then watching all those one-on-one videos and everything, and learning out and learning how to properly mod, putting that experience into it might actually be good. That's not entirely true. I would say you got it flipped there, teacher. Um, I would say that mod score is honestly more important than GP. GP with the light speed bundles can be very, very overinflated because of all these people that are just taken up to relics without any mods built around them, without any builds on them. You might not have the proper mods to fund into them. So your GP is going to be super, super high. And then having a mod score of like, say, point or like 8 on a GP of like 6 million is actually over where you want to be. Like, I was watching somebody earlier who was going up against somebody and he was struggling, and I pulled their mod score and I was like, you're sitting at a 0.7, which is really good for your account. You're above the curve. However, you're going up against somebody with a mod score of 22. So you're going to struggle because those mods are just, a 22 mod score is insane. So I think where you want to be mod scores are good, but it's a graph in where you want to go GP wise. And that's true too, Noble. I also think that a lot of that is putting the right mods on the right people too. Because if you have just a ton of mods and your mod score is high because you just have a ton of mods, then Um, that's an issue. That's a whole separate issue. And then you want to make sure that you have those on the right people. So knowing how to mod, where to put them, the right stats to look for, and when to re-roll is very important. I'm glad you knew where that was coming from, Noble. Caracal, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Just had to use that example. Yes, exactly. So you could be 6 or 7 million GP and punch up or down. That one could go either way. Um, it's all in how you utilize the roster and having the right mods on the right people and how you shard and get the right teams built up. And then you could have like proper defenses in GAC and give people harder times. But if that's all the questions we have for today, I think I'm going to call it here. Um, I have to get dinner ready for my kids and probably relax for a little while. Maybe watch some Andor. I have like 2 episodes left to go. So go finish up Andor and get dinner going. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope this helped. I hope all this information is going to be helpful. And remember that hope